Golden Tigers fans, get ready. It's time for buckets, blocks, spills, thrills, steals, and slams. Thunder! Tuskegee basketball is next on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Now, let's go courtside with the call. Here's Charles.
And welcome courtside, everybody. We're live inside Chappie James Arena on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Charles Ward alongside Dwayne Walker with the play call. And ball game this afternoon features the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee hosting the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owens. Golden Tigers going for their third in a row here inside Chappie.
Yes, Charles, and these Golden Tigers are coming off an exhilarating 17-point come-from-behind victory against Lane College, a game in which Brittany Bowen came on strong in the second half, along with Samaya Abdur-Rahim.
Rahim's three-pointer before the end of regulation really turned the tide, and Tuskegee ran away with it in the overtime period.
Yes, sir, Charles. Her big three-point basket put it into overtime, and in essence, helped Tuskegee come away with a huge win.
They are looking for a win this afternoon and one more home ball game against the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill on next Saturday. If they can do that, they'll have a four-game win streak with momentum headed toward the final two road games and into the tournament.
Yes, very important, Charles, to have momentum wins down the stretch as you enter conference play. So they'll have a huge game against these LeMoyne-Owen Magicians tonight. But listen, this club, Charles, led by Anthony Carty, they're coming off a huge road victory against Spring Hill, a team Tuskegee will meet later on this week.
Sierra Lynch, so much of the offense for the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen. The Golden Tigers will have to keep an eye on her. We'll keep an eye on both teams as we get set for basketball action on the Golden Tigers Sports Network after this timeout.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
And welcome inside the pregame, everybody. Here we're live from Chappie James on the Golden Tigers Sports Network, joined by head coach Ciante Wester. Coach, thanks so much for joining us in the pregame.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I know you've got to be just bursting over after that last win against the Dragons of Lane College into overtime, but your ladies able to pull it all together to get that win, the second one on a row here on this homestand.
Yes, we were excited that we were able to fight back and keep our composure to go into overtime. Now we're trying to take that same. We're trying to have 4 quarters like that last one. So
we reflect back on that ball game before. We talked about it. We had a week off before the contest against the Lady Dragons. Started out a little bit slow. Was that just a matter of rust because of the week's layoff?
I can't say. It could be. That could be a possibility, but we're expecting to come out every day and just play our game as much as possible. Some things didn't go our way, and we just got down a little bit, but we was able to pick it back up.
We highlighted 3 of the players for the Impact Belt last time, Jasmine, Samaya, and Sine. They just played phenomenal basketball for you in that contest.
Yes, they did. Like, for them, all 3 to almost have 3 double-doubles, so it was good for Jazz to give us all she got every night. Sine coming back from an injury. She's been an impact since she's been back. And Samaya just keeping her composure and listen to what we asked her to do and trying to do it as well.
Well, this afternoon you made a team that you met on the road, won by 2 at their place at LeMoyne. your expectations from the ball game here at Chappie?
Yeah, that was a tough environment to play in on the road as well. So my expectations are pretty much the same. We got to slow them down. They're another team, scrappy like Lane as well. Don't take nothing from them. They're going to look the press and everything. So if we can control the game from the start and deliver the blow from the start, we should be okay.
Looking for your 4th win in a row. How important is that for the Golden Tigers?
It's very important. That's a big thing. So we trying to finish the last 4 games with a slate. So our focus is where we're going to be seated in the tournament. So we're not looking over these games, but they are very important for going forward to tournament play.
I actually got bumped up to number 3 in the standings on the west side. As you referenced, that's important going into the end of the season.
Yes, it is. So we're trying to get all the rankings we can.
Well, let's see if we can get a rank here in the win column over the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Head Coach Deontay Wester, Golden Tigers getting set to host the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen's college basketball action just ahead on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. And we're live inside Chappie James Arena getting set for Golden Tigers basketball. Golden Tigers hosting the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen's College in SIAC action. Take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen's College. It'll be the senior Sierra Lynch from Minneapolis, Minnesota going. She leads the team in scoring with 11.7 points per ball game. Jade Salters, the junior from Cleveland, Ohio, not too far behind in the scoring column, 10.3 per ball game for her, leads the team in steals with 2 per outing. Jaya Hedgepeth, the redshirt junior from Evansville, Indiana. She's at 6.5 points per ball game and 4.2 rebounds. She'll get the start this afternoon. Cameron Knight, the senior from Madison, Alabama, also joining the starters this afternoon, leads the team in rebounding, 10.2 rebounds per outing for Knight. And rounding out the 5 for the Magicians is Madison Riley, the senior from Buford, Georgia. Madison leads the team in assists with 2.6 per ball game. So it's Lynch, Salters, Hedgepeth, Knight, and Riley, the 5 for the Lady Magicians, coached by Anthony Partee. He's in his 10th year. Magicians 11-11 overall and 7-9 in SIAC play. Now, the starting lineup for the Golden Tigers for Tuskegee, slightly different look in the starting 5 this afternoon. Alana Roberts, the junior, will get the start. Alana at 2 points per ball game. She'll be joined by Samaya Abdur-Rahim. Samaya with that big 3-pointer in the overtime ball game to get them to overtime. The senior from Grand Prairie, Texas, leads the team in scoring with 12.7 points per ball game. In the starting rotation for the Golden Tigers this afternoon, Michaela Malik, the senior from Houston, Texas. Michaela at 4.6 points per ball game. The junior, Brittany Bolden from Trophy Club, Texas. Brittany with 12.5 points per ball game, leads in minutes at 33. And rounding out the 5, it's Jasmine Manuel, the junior from St. Louis, Missouri. Jasmine leads the team in rebounding at 6.1 per ball game and from the free throw line at 76%. So it's Roberts, Abdur-Rahim, Malik, Bolden, and Manuel, the 5 for Coach Deontay Wester. She's in her first campaign. Tuskegee 13-6 and 10-5 in the SIAC. Moved up from 4 to 3 as we start tonight's ball game. Officials for the contest: Darwin Thompson, Tanita Dumas, and Jarvis Jester, the 3 handling the call. Tuskegee, the white trunks, white jerseys, taps up, and we are underway. Quickly, Lynch got the basketball, head straight to the basket, and got the first 2 of the ball game. Quick correction on that. Alana Roberts at 3.1 points per ball game for Tuskegee coming into the contest. And we're going to shortchange her her scoring effort. Half court set. Walker, you can jump in anytime you like. The water's fine.
Oh, come on, Charles. That's my introduction for tonight? That's it?
I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. Feels good to be here, Charles, playing basketball.
Glad to have you. 2-0 lead for the Lady Magicians. They have it in half-court set. Just underway, first period action. Long-range jumper from outside. That one's off the mark by Lynch. Tuskegee with the basketball.
Charles, you mentioned a change-up in the lineup with Malik getting the start instead of McElroy. Don't know if she's feeling ill or if it's a coach's decision. But I like the little tweak, though, to the lineup heading towards conference play, towards the postseason play.
Yeah, getting there. Very close. This ball game at home this afternoon, 1 next Saturday, then 2 on the road the following weekend. Then it's down to Savannah. Travel violation there by Abdur-Rahim.
All right, Charles, almost a minute and a half gone by. And we see that Tuskegee is going to come out with a full court press here, putting pressure on the Magicians. They've got to get the ball over. 4, they've got 3 seconds. 3, 2, and that's a 10-second. Should be 10. Oh, they missed a 10-second violation there,
she's
Charles.
still in the back court. Out front, the jumper by Riley. Off the mark. Rebound fought for backside. Manuel clears that one for Tuskegee. One notable factor from that ball game against Lane, Dwayne, that we talked about and very surprised by, that in that contest, Lane had 86 field goal opportunities in the ball game.
86 field goals. That's like unheard of.
Yeah, I was looking at comparing it to the men's game, and the three-point shot by Bolin. That's good for her to start things off. Runner in the paint. Lynch left it on the front of the cylinder. Tuskegee back the other way with a 3-2 lead.
Samaya started to walk that basketball up, and Coach Wester says, no, push it.
Bolin up top to Abdur-Rahim. Samaya leading scorer in the ballgame against Lane, 18 points, 3 rebounds. Height step inside Roberts. She's fouled, and she will go to the line.
Boy, since getting starting assignments, Charles, Alana Roberts, she's really picked up her scoring. She's averaging 3.1 points per game, but more importantly, what she's doing when she gets in there. Excellent footwork. Her presence is definitely felt in there with this Tuskegee lineup.
So Roberts at the line to shoot. Tuskegee 8th in the conference from the free throw line at 67% as a team.
60% for her too, Charles. 60% from the free throw line this year. 6 of 10.
Trying to extend an early lead by Tuskegee. 3-2. Alana with the first free throw, or the second. She got them both from the line.
She made one of two, Charles.
One of 2. So Alana makes it a 4-2 ball game. Still good pressure there by Tuskegee at the mid-stripe. Riley pushes left side in traffic, and she drew a foul.
Charles, it's taken the Magicians quite some time to push the basketball up the floor over the timeline, so expect a 10-second violation here on one of these sequences.
That's a good start for Tuskegee to have that pressure at midcourt. Now they get a turnover here on the entry pass.
And you can see how that full court pressure affects the Magicians' offense in trying to get it going.
Yeah, it not only causes problems for you getting it across midcourt, but when you get it across midcourt, you're still in a different scenario. That one lingered into an entry pass. Emmanuel out front, across the floor and out of Bolin. Up top, Abdur-Rahim. Samaya cross dribble right side. On the weave to Bolin. Brittany. Nice bounce pass inside to Jasmine. Assist by Brittany. Basket by Manuel inside.
Oh, Charles, that was a sweet assist there by Bolin. She made like she was going to pull up from about 8 feet away and dished it off instead.
So Tuskegee with a 6-2 start here with 6:34 left, first period of play. Riley at the block, right side, got it inside, but the shot's off the mark by Knight. Abdur-Rahim wants to push, but doesn't have the numbers now. She'll slide back out. Bolin, she'll fire from outside. Whooping goal for Bolin. First 2 field goals for her. She's been on target. 6:18 remains. First period of play. Tuskegee with a 9-2 lead, and we come to our first time out as Bolin from long range knocks down the triple for Tuskegee. Back after the break.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Paul Carney, Tuskegee University Public Address announcer. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee trying to make it 4 in a row here. 3 inside Chappie James. They started this win sequence on the road in Mobile against the Badgers of Spring Hill. And carried it over here to Chappie James.
Charles, I see Jara Jang into the lineup for this Tuskegee Golden Tiger squad as they employ the press here.
Yeah, Jara locked some good minutes in that last ball game. 2 points in that contest, but as soon as she got on the floor, she made her presence felt. Right side, Riley all the way through to the rack. Floater is good by Riley for her first 2 of the ball game.
Charles, I see both you and I were both anticipating a call there.
Sure were. Malik had the space. Now takes the jumper. Thought about it for a fraction of a second. Was clear as soon as she received the basketball. Didn't take it though. Half court set now for the Lady Magicians. Riley to the rack right side, and she draws another foul.
Wow, Jara Jang stepped into the lane there and challenged the shot. May have been better served to try to position her feet to get in front of the attacker, which was Madison Riley.
Actually call that foul walk on Michaela Malik.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Ooh, Charles, that's a problem. That's her second personal. She's going to have to come out. She is out.
Yeah, at the sideline right now. Ariel McElroy out on the floor for Coach Wester. So is Trinity Layton. So Sinead Bobbitt, Brittany Bolins, Trinity Layton, Ariel McElroy, and Jara Jang, the 5 for Tuskegee at the moment. Athletics Director Reginald Ruffin inside the facility. Always supportive of his teams. Layton back the other way, half-court set, squares with a jumper. Trinity off the bench and knocks down a field goal.
Charles, Trinity was really intentional in taking that shot. She took her time, spotted up, followed through, and nailed the shot.
Trinity, just a freshman from Miami. And this is one of the players that Coach Wester is really high on. Starting to really find her rhythm there. She rips down a rebound for Tuskegee.
Right on cue, Charles.
5:03 left first half of play. Tuskegee up 11-4. Played this team up in Bruce Hall Arena, Johnson Arena at the LeMoyne campus earlier in January. Won that one as AMAC takes her first offering in the corner. Missed on that shot.
Charles,
that was 55-53. Sorry, Walt.
Charles, I'm anxious to see how Ariel McCoy is going to play this game coming off the bench. Charles, she has had a number of starts this year, so I just want to see how she responds to it. She has started 19 of the 19 games she's appeared in.
Lynch going underneath the Golden Tiger defense for a lay-in for the Lady Magicians. Full court pressure by LeMoyne-Owen. McElroy over in the corner now to Bobbitt. Bobbitt past the defense, and Sine spinner won't stay down. The rebound cleared inside by Nairobi Lewis. She just got out on the floor. She and her sister Africa Lewis from Trinidad and Tobago. Shot on the inside by Riley. It's off the mark, but they get another look. This time out front with the jumper is Lynch. She can't convert. It's loose on the floor and comes back over to the Lady Magicians. On the move inside the paint. Now runner to the glass is off the mark on the inside. Whistles in the backcourt.
Yeah, Sanaya Bobbitt, she just lost her balance inside the lane there, and she's asking for a sub.
Whistles and the horn blowing here. 3:37 remaining in this first period. Tuskegee with a 11-6 lead. And the Magicians will have the basketball. Basket on the inside there. Good entry pass. They got it into the hands of Anaya Boone, the junior from Gallatin, Tennessee. Boone with her first points of the ball game, and she'll be shooting from the line.
Anaya Boone, Charles, has only appeared in 16 games so far this year with just one start, but she's a very good free throw shooter, Charles, shooting 78% on the team. And if she had made enough attempts, that would be good for second on the team. Unfortunately, with only 18 free throw attempts, that does not qualify in our book, but she still knocks that one down.
That one qualified as a free throw. 11-9 after the three-point effort by Boone. Full court pressure. AMAC across the floor to Samaya. Samaya back to AMAC. AMAC with the jumper. Back of the iron. Went up 6 o'clock, but it wouldn't go down for her. Across the floor, Trinity. At the block, Jazz with out. She squares. Bounce pass inside Alana. Nicely done, but it won't stay down for Alana. Put back by Alana. Missed that one as well, but she runs that rebound down.
Alana Roberts looking like Moses Malone on those offensive rebounds.
Samaya and she's bounced there. She tries to free herself right side. Ball's going to be called there on Cameron Knight, the senior from Madison, Alabama.
Charles Roberts has 4 rebounds already. Solid that 1 rebound right there. And she'll add on 2 more right here. Watch this sequence right here. Feed into Roberts. She misses the gimme, offensive rebound, another offensive rebound, and to clear out.
Great job by her to keep that basketball on the Tuskegee half of the floor. Amac trying it again from outside. Rebound again to Roberts. Samaya floater in the paint. That one's off the mark. Roberts tried to hand out another rebound there, but that one floated away from her.
Man, she's got a handful of rebounds today, Charles. 5 already.
Yeah, good work early on. The junior from Hanford, California. 2:40 left first period. Glad you could join us on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shot out front. That was to Stacia Hamilton with that 3-point shot. Missed on that one. She was on fire the last time they played up there at LeMoyne. Finished that ball game with 12 points and 1 assist. They got it all in bunches for the Lady Magicians. Inside the paint, they left Lynch alone inside, but she's not able to finish. And there is another rebound there by Roberts. This one on the defensive end.
Half dozen now, Charles.
Amac squares. Up top she goes to Samaya. Right side Trinity surveys. Now they dump it foul line, extend it to Alana, whistles, and they'll get her on the travel.
Yeah, they're going to say that she picked up her pivot foot prematurely. And, Charles, here we have one of the newcomers on the squad checking into the game.
African. Sorry.
Miss Bullard.
Oh, you were talking about for Tuskegee. Okay.
For Tuskegee, yes, sir.
Yep. Okay.
Charles, the Magicians have gone on a 7-2 run.
Half court set now. They turn it over down on the inside, leading out to a break. Samaya with a 4-on-2. Samaya ball fake right side to the glass and got it.
Like that, Charles. Samaya Abdur-Rahim taking charge of that situation. Little look off and the finish with the layup.
Her first field goal of the ball game. Tuskegee showing full court pressure. Actually walk out on the floor for Tuskegee is Philly King, the junior, not Bullard. As they drop back in a half court set now, Philly appearing in only her 9th ball game of the season. She was injured for a while and grabs a rebound there.
Charles, I think I may have mentioned, did I mention Jalen Bullard? I didn't say anybody's name. Did I say Jalen Bullard?
You went the full Monty there.
Oh, I did. Well, at least I wasn't loud, Charles. I wasn't loud and wrong, just wrong.
Well, you don't have to be loud with all this equipment we have over here. You're a little amplified. Under a minute remains. First
Charles, in my own defense, part of her hair was blocking her jersey number, so it was tough for me to see.
Philly King on a 3-point bomb. She missed, but Jasmine runs that down. Shouldn't be a violation. It is not. They go right back to play. Players headsy in that situation, just continuing.
Keeping their poise, saying, keep it going, keep it going.
30 seconds left, first period. 6 to shoot. Amac fires and straightens that one just beyond the free throw line.
Yeah, Charles, that's what we need from her. First bucket on the night for her. She's got 2, 15-9 her score.
And you know there's a turnover near the mid-stripe. You were talking about this, about it possibly being a coach's decision to get her coming off the bench. You can sense that Coach Wester's at least thinking for this contest, let's get all the pressure off of her for having to run the offense. Let's get her into a situation where we can get her free in space, and we've seen that. She's hit that first field goal there.
10 seconds now, Charles.
Abdur-Rahim right side, lost her dribble. Amac behind the arc. Now they dump it inside to Roberts. Roberts across the floor. Philly for 3. That one looks short, is short. Rebound putback, but Roberts too late on the putback. But Tuskegee's on time at the end of this first period. They lead it 15-9 over the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College. We'll take a break on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
From us at the Tuskegee University Bookstore, thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shop exclusive TU gear, in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. Go Tigers!
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee University basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network is brought to you by TNT Fireworks, America's best-selling brand of and the largest distributor of consumer fireworks. TNT Fireworks, proud sponsor of our coverage. Glad to have them as a part of our team. Tuskegee, after the first period of play, lead it 15-9. As we head into the second, glad you could join us for our coverage. Charles Ward and, as usual, Dwayne Walker. As Tuskegee trying to make it 4 in a row with a win over the Magicians. They can hang on early here in the ball game. Boland handles out front. Now Roberts pops out. Back over to Brittany. Shot clock working its way down to 15. They're trying to get it at the block to Jasmine. She's there, slides the paint, and they get her for a travel violation.
Charles, I thought she was going to power up with that basketball in the lane. The defender was on her kind of close, but she still had the advantage, and Nia Boone was hanging close to her. I thought she may have also been able to draw a foul had she attempted a shot.
Yeah, she was going more lateral, horizontal versus trying to get to the basket. Took that extra step as a result. 9:28 left, first period of play. Shot from the outside. That one's off the mark by Carla Jean, the junior from Haiti, who just got on the floor. So Maya runs the floor right side, had it tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee. Good defensive effort there by Charlize Williams, a sophomore from Memphis, for the Lady Magicians.
Like that the Golden Tigers are pushing the pace, Charles, trying to advance the basketball in transition.
Entry pass inside Jasmine, left side, and she drew a foul.
Yeah, that's what we want right there. We want Jasmine to utilize her size advantage inside, and score buckets. And it ain't so bad when she goes to the free throw line either. She's the club's best free throw shooter.
Absolutely. Tuskegee, you take your chances there. Lynch picked up the foul for the Lady Magicians. Jasmine, perfect form on that first free throw. Rowell the second hit as well. So she's up to 4 points in this first half of play. Tuskegee jumping immediately in that full court pressure. In the backcourt, Wade Salters comes across the timeline, tap from behind. Good aggressive defense there by Tuskegee. I think Samaya hit that one from behind.
Yes, Charles, she was trailing her and did the correct fundamental thing. You want to tap up on the basketball instead of chopping down so that you don't draw a foul. Textbook there.
Jean at the block, over to Hedgepeth. Now Lynch out front. We're under 9 minutes left, first half of play. Magicians trying to spread the floor. Lynch at the foul line, across the floor now. Jumper there, that one's good. Got good spacing there. Charlize Williams with the jumper.
First time she's scoring tonight, Charles. She's got 2. 17-11 the score now.
Abdul Rahim, right side. Behind the arc, got Amac there. Now back to Samaya.
Jasmine wants the ball desperately inside. You got to reward her and give it to her.
Alana foul on extended jumper by her, rattled, and it fell off. The rebound to the Lady Magicians. Tuskegee with a 6-point lead. Down at the block, they throw it real deep there, trying to save it at the block was Hedgepeth, but she gave it right over to Tuskegee. Samaya, cross dribble, spins, got rid of the defense, and got the jumper inside.
Charles, her confidence is over the top when she has the basketball. Now you can just see she exudes with confidence now with the basketball.
Indeed. Really wants that rock in her hand. Turnover by the Magicians will give it back over to Tuskegee.
Yeah, we talked about that pressure, Charles, and what it does. Even sometimes if it's token pressure, it's pressure nonetheless. You're providing some sort of resistance to them getting the ball over the timeline.
Cameron Knight back out on the floor for Coach Partee and the Lady Magicians. Boland, half-court set now for TU. Bobbitt back out on the floor. Gave it over to Amack. Trying to get it to Roberts on the inside if they can. They push it across the floor again. Bobbitt pushes a three. Missed on the shot. Rebound cleared on the inside. Knight back out on the floor and got that rebound for the Lady Magicians. Riley out front. They get a little give and go at the block. Riley to the cylinder, missed on the shot, got her own rebound though. Pushes back out front, long three-pointer there. That one's off the mark by Hedgepeth. Bobbitt runs it down for Tuskegee, over to Amack. 3-on-2, Amack pushing. Now pulls back across the floor to Roberts, or Bobbitt that is. Boland for three. Rushed that one a bit and missed on the shot as a result. 6:55 remains first half. Riley works it right corner for the Lady Magicians. Doubled down there. Basketball's loose on the floor now. Trying to come up with it is Knight. She tried to get it inside and threw it away.
Charles, that was going to be a walking turnover. You could see that developing right there. You have to jump her right there and make her turn that basketball over as they did.
Boland up top for Tuskegee with 6:30 remaining.
And Charles, that's something that you put in the notebook. Whenever she gets the ball, you want to double team her.
Look at Amack with a pass on the inside to Alana Roberts. They just lulled the Magicians to sleep there. That passing around the perimeter. And Amack whistled one inside to Alana for an easy lay-in.
Watch this, Charles. If they try to pass the ball to Cameron Knight right here, this is where you should try to attack her.
Lynch has it out front. Tuskegee with a 10-point spread. Back out front, Hedgepeth with the jumper again. This time she finds the range for the Lady Magicians.
Charles, first time we've called her name scoring a basket. First two in the game for her.
Half court set now for Tuskegee. Amack pushes right side to Zamaya. Up top. Entry pass again. Down low to Alana. Has to run that one down. Got it over to Sine. Sine banks it home at the front of the cylinder.
Charles Roberts did an excellent job of sealing her defender off with her body while grabbing that basketball and having the heads up to assist to her player, Sanaya Bobbitt, for a basket. Or was that Roberts?
That was Roberts finishing.
Yeah, she's got 5 now.
Across the floor and loose on the floor now. Boland down diving at it, and so is Hedgepeth. Jump ball arrow, they'll go to that, and it'll stay with LeMoyne-Owen. Trinity Layton back out on the floor. She'll replace Amack in the lineup. And a couple of substitutions out there for Coach Partee as well. It's like Africa Lewis back out on the floor for LeMoyne-Owen. Riley to inbound it. Tried to bounce it inside. Kicked by Trinity on the way inside the play.
Good job by Trinity to contest that inbound pass. You get nothing for free here. I like when you challenge the offense to make a play. Don't make it easy for them.
Even on the entry pass.
You gets nothing. And like it, Charles.
Sure. You got to keep it amped up, yeah. And talk about the challenge. Trinity just hopping in the air, trying to obfuscate if she can, and she did. They missed on a shot down in the corner. Boland across the timeline now as we approach 5 minutes remaining in a pretty quick moving first half of basketball. Bounce pass at the block right side. Layton can't finish on an easy one there. Hamilton back the other way. Down in the corner, pushing the three is Carla Jean. Shot was way off. Rebound to Trinity.
Charles Boland really dropped that one off in the mailbox for Layton, who couldn't convert.
And back the other way is Riley. That's fouled on an attempted lay-in right side. And Dwayne, we talk about continuation in basketball as we look at this coming back with Trinity with this rebound here. If we can just keep running that when she got that rebound initially and had it she's just kind of casual about passing the basketball in the back court,
right,
and just threw the basketball right over to the Lady Magicians.
Yeah, careless. Let's take a look at some of the first half stats so far, Charles. You know, we go right to those free throws and turnovers. And as we view it right now, 75% free throw shooting, 3 of 4. You obviously will take that. 2-point field goal percentage, 9 of 24, 37%. It's all right. It'll do. 3 points, 25%. But look on the other side, LeMoyne-Owen is 0 for 8. Look at the rebounding story, 19-13. Golden Tigers lead, and they're sharing the ball too, Charles. 7 assists. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely. Seeing a lot of that in this first half of basketball. Tuskegee in the win at Bruce Johnson Arena at LeMoyne. Only had 13 turnovers in that ball game in the win, and they won that contest despite only 1 3-point basket in the ball game. It really made the difference up in Memphis, Tennessee from the free throw line. As a team, they shot 74% against LeMoyne-Owen, 14 of 19 from the charity stripe. And that's the difference of winning a ball game by 2 points, what you do with that free throw line and minimizing those turnovers.
Very good point, Charles. We have some free throws forthcoming here. Once again, Madison Riley will step to the free throw line. And she's given the ball by Tanita Dumas. Charles, we have a very peculiar, very, what's the word I want? A very unique refereeing crew. You know what they told me what's going to be their points of emphasis and what they're looking for tonight, Charles? This was the statement I received. They're looking for leaders out on the floor. And I said, what? He said, we're looking for leaders out on the floor. People that can control their team, control their coaches, and be an asset out on the floor.
Ah.
That was a very unusual. I've never heard that. I've never heard that response before.
Not expressed that way. You're absolutely right. Layton tries to bank it right side, but she missed there. Had not seen Tanita Dumas, one of the officials with a nice ball game all season long, so glad to see her out on the floor.
Yes, sir, Charles.
In the SIAC. We'll see a lot of her in Savannah at the tournament.
Yeah, she worked last year here, Charles, I do believe.
Front court pass. I don't think Tuskegee touched it. And it will be their basketball. Good defensive effort in the half-court set. And Dumas coming in behind that play. They waved that one off. We'll see. She's trying to catch up with Jarvis Jester. And they're going to stay on the same page. It'll be Tuskegee's basketball. Amack trying to get out on the floor. She'll replace Trinity Layton in the lineup. Trinity trying to find herself in this basketball game. Couple of turnovers, got that one field goal though. Bowman across the floor, another careless pass. Riley touched it and went between the wickets of McElroy and over to the Lady Magicians. 3:47 left first half of play. Hamilton behind the arc, now up top, they give it to Lewis. She pushes across the floor with a pass to Jean. Not Billie Jean, Carla Jean. She'll raise and fire a three-pointer, missed on that shot. Rebound, Amack. Tuskegee with a 23-15 lead and the basketball.
And Charles, Tuskegee, normally they score the least amount of points in the second quarter of play.
Bolam in the corner, had a look at a three, couldn't get it to stay down.
Outscored by their opponents so far this year, 295 to 233.
Jumper out front, trying to bank that one. It was Boone that missed on the shot. Double B pushes right side. Nice slide pass across the floor to Roberts for the lay-in.
Wow. Did you see how Boland lulled the defender over and once again dropping it off in the mailbox? Or should I say the female mailbox?
Into the hands of Alana Roberts, and she converted on the lay-in. That's beautiful. Johnson out front, or Hamilton that is, out front, missed on the shot. Riley got a rebound, challenged on the inside by Boland, and Brittany commits the foul.
Charles, going back to the other end in Alana Roberts, I know I'm emphasizing this, but she just really seems locked in. She seems like she's a step ahead of everybody else when it comes to rebounding, advancing towards the basket. So I like the way she's playing right now.
Had 10 points and 2 rebounds in the win up at LeMoyne-Owen. Lewis free, pops a jumper there, missed on the shot, rebound, and then put back on the left side. Kayla Gray, the junior from Jackson, Tennessee, with her first 2 of the ball game.
First time we've mentioned her name, Charles. She's playing with a knee brace on her right leg, coming off of a knee injury.
Full court pressure, Roberts up the floor to Amack. Amack tried to dump it across the floor to Manuel, pass way too far, and turnover gives it to the Magicians. Riley on the move now, slides all the way underneath the defense, got it airborne, but missed on the shot. Samaya wants to push right side, stops, pops with the jumper, shot it hard. Tapped around, basketball over to the Lady Magicians. Here comes Lynch, across the floor, Riley. Riley got the spin of the ball for a lay-in right side. Amack commits the foul. Riley to the free throw line.
Charles, if you're going to foul, you cannot allow her to score the basket. But for Riley, give her credit for attacking the basket on the 2-on-1 advantage. And she picks up her 5th point of the night.
So Amack committing that foul. That's her first. And Tuskegee somewhat a comfortable lead, but it's being chopped away here with 1:36 left. Now leading 25-19.
Good piece of refereeing there. They were going to give her 2, but it's really a one-shot free throw attempt on the and one, and she converts. She's got a half dozen.
Back the other way. Roberts had it tapped from behind, trying to save it herself. Threw it out of bounds. And
it should be Tuskegee's basketball. The officials will work together and get the call correct. But, Charles, you noticed during this break against this pressure what Tuskegee did on that last week's sequence that they were not doing against Lane. They have somebody in the middle of the court now to relieve that pressure.
Amack, bomb from outside by Amack, and she knocks it down for Tuskegee.
5 points now for her with 1:13 to play in the first half.
28-20 after the shot by Amack. And Ryan Walk, that was a three-pointer. So half-court set, basketball trickles out of bounds. And that's more what we're used to seeing out of Ariel in terms of how the play was a year ago. She was a player that could spot up because everybody just tried to collapse on Jatoria and Ashayla and just left her out to do some damage from the outside, from the perimeter. That's exactly what Coach Wester's trying to duplicate with her seemingly at this point in the ball game, as that one's topped at the back of the cylinder. And as you reference, Walk, you start talking about the tournament not being too far out ahead of you now. You got to start making those adjustments as you've seen the team throughout the season to what you think is going to give you the best chance in the tournament.
Mm-hmm. See how Roberts is in the middle against that zone? Like, see, them get the ball right back to the middle.
Manuel has to run it down at the block. Does so nicely there. Squared up on the deep, got the legs up under and went to the rack and got fouled on the second attempt.
Oh, yes. Charlize Williams was out of position. But what I like about that, Charles, if we could roll that back, I don't know if we can or not, but watch how the press break operates, where they are pushing the ball up the floor, getting it into the middle, and then reversing the ball opposite for an easy shot.
That was an easy free throw by Jasmine on the first.
You just feel so good when she goes to the free throw line, Charles. She's got 3 made free throws already in this one. Make it 4, and she's smooth as silk standing there. She's got a half dozen points.
Tuskegee extends his lead back to 10 now, 30-20. And really wanted to make the point that you've been referencing throughout this season in terms of Jasmine's work on the inside, that her footwork is just seemingly getting better and better as the season goes on.
And she wants the basketball too,
sure,
Charles.
Good call. Half-court set, basketball across the floor and thrown away and out of bounds, so Tuskegee would have it with 18 seconds left.
Charles McElroy had an idea. She was going to try to grab that basketball to see if she had a break. She did have one if she had grabbed it, but she erred on the side of caution. Can't fault her for that.
Sure. Saw exactly what you saw there, because that fraction where she thought she would just go ahead and take it. Bowling, back to Amack, squares, Amack. Back of the iron on that one. The high rebound tapped around, saved in the corner by King. Philly with the jumper, got it at the buzzer.
Oh, yeah.
Count it, yeah. Philly off of the bench. Philly's filling it there. Knocked it down before the break.
Out of my head, Ward, I was going to say that. Philly filling it there.
Well, you can say it.
No, you already said it. I'm not going to say it. But, Charles, it's scary working together with you, man. It's like we have some of the same thoughts.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad we got a break right here. Yeah, I'm glad we got a break.
Break comes with Tuskegee leading at 32-20, 12-point spread as we go into the halftime. Take a time out here on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I am Lily Lanier. president of the Tuskegee National Alumni Association, and you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Brown, Academic Advisor, Operation Manager, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go Tigers!
Being an Alabamian, being someone who's been in Alabama all but 6.5 years of my 46 years, I feel very strongly that I am tied to this state and I'm tied to the health of this state, and I want this state to succeed. We know that a healthy Alabama is a productive and prosperous Alabama. Healthy children are the future of us as a society. We need to make sure that our children are covered by insurance, that they get preventive medical care, that they receive their vaccinations that keep them healthy, that they have healthy and productive lives and grow up to be productive adults.
Hi, I am Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletic Director, Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
With health equity, we're essentially meeting people where they are. We really have to be thinking about everyone in Alabama, not just able-bodied citizens, not just people that are likely to have, access to resources, to emergency resources. Public health touches literally everything. Typically, we're working with our most vulnerable populations, and we want to give people the resources to have the best outcomes.
We are the Utility Board of Tuskegee. Go Tigers!
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity, but the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts, and that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run, Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. Hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
And welcome back, everybody. We're inside of Chappie James Arena at intermission of the women's contest. Golden Tigers with a 32-20 lead over the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College. Chance for us to bring in now the head coach of the men's program, Benchy Taylor. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here. I got a smile on my face today. Last couple of times we talked, man, I wasn't too happy, so I'm in a better mood today.
I got you.
We'll see what happens at about 9:30, though.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check you out after the ball game. Right. Talking about that 56-49 win over the Dragons of Lane College. In that ball game, we won it despite 30 turnovers. What went right for us to do that?
Well, we played really good defense, and that's kind of what we've been hanging our hat on now. The turnovers are not just one or two players. It's systemic, you know, so we got to figure that out as a kind of a scheme thing and what we're doing. And guys are not trying to turn it over. They're trying to make the right play. They haven't accepted a single bunts and doubles mantra, though. Triples and grand slams is what they're going for, and we just can't play like that.
I got you. After the ball game, after the win, you were not as happy as you normally are because you saw a lot of things in that ball game that you just felt were not right. What were some of the things you talked to the team about going into the locker room after the ball game?
Well, luckily I calmed down by the practice the next morning, and but we had a good practice, good spirited practice. Watched a lot of film, and you know, they want to do the right thing. They want to make the right plays, but we got a lot of guys in the situations that they've never really been in before. Even our three top scorers, you know, none of those guys were the go-to guys last year. So, you know, we're in a situation now where guys are in different roles and they're trying to do the best they can within those roles. And I got to let up a little bit on them and let them, you know, experience it and get through it because they want to do the right thing. And plus, I was in a good mood because the Chiefs are about to win another Super Bowl. Right. So I had calmed down Sunday morning.
Well, I'm glad you did, Coach. We were talking about it before we came on air for this segment, and it both hit us the same way, seeming like we're at the bottom stretch or the end stretch of the season, and seemingly fatigue is spread across the league, but you've noticed it in particular with your team coming down the stretch.
Yeah, we're without two guys that played over 25 minutes a game with injuries, and hopefully we'll get them back soon. So now you got to go deeper into your bench. Now your starters are having to play more minutes. And we played 4 games in 9 days previously with 3 being on the road, but now we got 5 games in 18 days. So we've benefited from being able to get in the gym and practice and work individually and scheme up some things. And with a young team, you have to practice.
Sure.
And if you're not practicing, you're losing.
Well, no practice this afternoon. You got the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen. Your expectations in this ball game?
Oh, they're good. They're good. They're dangerous. They just scored 80 at Spring Hill. Very explosive, talented team, very skilled, very good defensively. We're going to have to play our best game in order to win. But like I said, it's a gauntlet, you know, and, you know, we got to be mentally tough tonight.
Coach, good luck in the ball game. We'll see you afterwards with the win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Go Chiefs on the 3-peat.
Love your Chiefs.
Hey, I know you guys are Bills fans, so I had to mess with them all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Right,
Let him know.
right. Ain't nothing worth to wear some Bills gear to our game. What was he thinking?
I know. Give it to him, Coach.
Right.
Head Coach Vinci Taylor joining us at halftime. Back with more on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity. But the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. And hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, to make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
Back live inside Chappie James Arena. That means we're on the campus of Tuskegee University, and that means you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Golden Tigers basketball at the halftime of women's action. Tuskegee with a 32-20 lead over the Lady Dragons, or the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College. Take a look at some of the stats from the first 20 minutes of play. Tuskegee, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. A wonderful start for them. For the Magicians, they are 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. On the floor, Tuskegee, 12 of 32 at 38%. For the Lady Magicians, 26%, 8 of 31 shooting for them. Lady Magicians still have not converted on a three-point shot. They've taken 10 in the first 20 minutes of play. Come away empty so far. Tuskegee, 3 from behind the arc at 27% on 11 attempts. Rebounding, the edge to the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee there. Assist, Tuskegee leading that category, 9-3. And turnovers, Tuskegee, the one category you don't want to be leading in, is not leading there. Magicians with 8 turnovers, Tuskegee with 7. Fast break points, 9 for Tuskegee, 7 for the Magicians. Walk, individuals in that first half of play, nobody in double figures, but Tuskegee, several players with 6 or less, right? Manuel and Boland had 6, and they got 5 from Roberts and 5 from McElroy.
Well, I was going to say that, Charles.
You can talk about the Magicians.
Give me a...
I left you something, right?
I see. I realize sometimes you want me to disappear. I get it, Charles. No problem.
Well, you do that often during the game. When I look around, you're like, not here, right?
You ain't have to bust me out like that, Charles. Charles, there it is. There's that 10-second violation we talked about, Charles. Told you they were in danger. It was going to be called at some point because they're lackadaisically bringing the basketball up the court.
Turnover number 9 for the Lady Magicians, right on cue, Walk. And there's a takeaway right there at the mid-stripe. Riley took it away from Boland. And a bumping foul called inside the paint.
Riley's been uber aggressive so far today, Charles, in playing it on the defensive side in transition. Now, she may flop a little bit once. No, but she did get clipped along the leg there. So, nice job by her drawing a foul. She'll step to the free throw line to shoot. Now, what do we got going here? Oh, she's injured, Charles. She's going to try to come back. Okay.
Madison Riley, the senior. So she'll be shooting here, Walk. Riley led them in scoring the first 20 minutes with 7 points. 3 of 5 from the free throw line. And rattled that first one and missed it.
Charles, I see the student body slowly but surely coming inside Daniel Chappie.
Riley 1 of 2 from the line.
Charles, I saw the football coach here at Tuskegee, Mr. Aaron James. They have a new schedule came out officially. Yep. Man, it's going to be exciting. A couple of SWAC opponents.
That's why I was trying to get your attention when you were talking to the officials getting set for the next ball game. And I was going to ask you just to make sure we get him on an interview here.
I've already got it set up, Charles. He and I have already discussed it.
That's when you disappeared, right? That's great.
See how you all on me? See, I'm working for the team, but meanwhile, you throwing me under the bus.
I don't see you. I just think you're out loafing somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That's when I'm a loafer.
Nice work then. Back inside. Shot at the cylinder. Sat there for a moment, but it fell off. Rebound and a putback on the inside by Knight. She missed that one as well. Tuskegee back the other way. Definitely would be nice to hear his thoughts about that schedule that they have coming up this football season.
Charles, I tried to persuade him to come on this at halftime, but he kind of looked at me and said he's not ready. He wants to get trimmed up, and, the whole shebang. He cares about his image. I get it, but I'm like, man, you look fine.
Sure,
you're the football coach.
There, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, Jasmine got a layup on the inside. She's got 8 points in the ball game now. Jumper in the corner, rattled around. That one's off the mark for Hedgesmith.
Let's go.
Tuskegee back the other way. Roberts to Abdullah. Raheem, Samaya in the paint, down in the corner. Boland free, fires a 3, missed on the shot. Riley clears for LeMoyne.
There she is again, Charles. I've been impressed by Riley this season. They're showing leadership, showing poise, showing aggressiveness, all the little things you want on your squad.
They work it on the perimeter. On the move now. Salters got it to the rack. Missed on the shot, but a foul call on her way to the cylinder. They'll get Jasmine. That's her first.
Jade Salters, by taking the ball quickly to the basket, not wasting any time, got the Tuskegee defenders on her hip.
Tuskegee with 7:48 remaining in the third period. Largest lead of the ball game, or was the largest. Now it's to 12. That was their biggest lead in the first half. Now sliced to 11 after the 2 free throws.
Charles, Salters is the second leading scorer on this team at 10.3 points per game. She's been off today.
She had 9 points, 5 rebounds when they played up in Memphis, Tennessee. Samaya, right side all the way through to the glass shot, partially deflected at the block.
Did you say she had 9.5 rebounds? Is that what you said?
I said 9.5 rebounds.
Oh, I thought you said 9.5 rebounds.
Yeah, I don't know how you do a half.
Well,
you can do a half tackle
in hockey,
football.
yeah, that's what I'm
okay.
saying. I thought maybe you were in the football mode since we're talking about Coach Aaron James. As we get a look at Aaron James, who's in the building right now, we talk about that new schedule, right? Charles against a couple of SWAC opponents. Who has a CIAA opponent as well, Charles. They'll play against the CIAA's Johnson C. Smith in the Red Tails, correct?
Indeed.
There he is right there. Tried to get Aaron James to come on with us earlier, a little later. He's got the hat on, Charles. He just wants a fresh cut. That's what I think it is, Charles. When brothers wear hats like that, it's either to be stylish or to cover up that they need a haircut, a fresh cut.
The day before the cut, right?
Yeah. But he says he's going to come on with us for the last game. He says Saturday? Yes, Saturday.
Okay, all right. We'll look forward to that. Always good to talk to Aaron. He and I go way, way back.
42-3, I believe, was the starting quarterback.
Right?
I'm sure that'll come up during the broadcast, too. Hey, you know it's 42-3 as the starting quarterback here.
We might be able to just get him the signal from down there. Don't forget, 42.
I got to tell you, though, Charles, that's a boatload of wins.
Oh, no doubt.
42 wins as a starting quarterback.
Sure.
That's
that
unbelievable.
means you only dropped one ball game per year. You know?
Yeah, as we can look at some of the crowd here. Look, excellent-looking crowd here, Charles, the student body. Still filing in, as we mentioned before. Oh, yeah, and the cheerleaders to boot.
Indeed. A whole compliment here. Booster Digital Displays is a proud sponsor of Tuskegee University basketball on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. As the exclusive provider of the digital storage table right here in Chappie James Center and the new state-of-the-art Jumbotron and scoreboard at Cleve Abbott Stadium, Booster Digital Displays is committed to boosting Tuskegee athletics to the next level. For more information on the affordable and innovative Booster Digital Displays product line, visit www.boosterdisplays.com. And drum roll, Booster Displays without
the E. That's right. Speaking of E's, Charles, we went over to the baseball diamond a few days ago. Can't wait for the baseball season to get started. But first, we've got some basketball to contend with as we take a look at the current SIAC standings. And there you see the Tuskegee Golden Tigers on your right side, 13-6 overall, 10-5 in the conference.
Tuskegee, seeing the schedule or the standings there, moved up from that fourth position in the West to number 3 after that win against the Dragons. So that's the direction you want to head this time of the season. Riley headed to the rack for the Lady Magicians. She's fouled.
Got to tell you, Charles, she knows how to do it. She knows how to play the game. IQ galore.
Yeah, Riley is one of their more solid players coming into the ball game. And we're talking a little bit about those standings for Tuskegee in the West Division of the SIAC. I don't pay much attention to the East side, but there are a couple of powerhouses on that East side of the standings that once we get to Savannah, boy, it's going to be really tight competition down there on the East side. Savannah State just kind of rolling along, and Fort Valley in that second spot there, followed by the Lady Panthers of Clark Atlanta, Edward Waters, Albany State, Allendon, Benedict.
You know what I like, Charles? I like that everyone's going to be going after the defending champs. Charles, our Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. I like that.
Well, you can certainly use it as momentum going into it if you are the defending champs. That one tapped near the midstripe, taken away by Lynch. Lynch to the rack, missed on the spinner. Abdul Rahim got a rebound. May have been fouled by Riley, but no call.
Yes.
Now she's getting bumped all the way down the court.
And, Charles, that's what you do if you're Samaya Abdul-Rahim. As you're dribbling the basketball, you want to lean ever so slightly into the defender, cause a little bump and run. I call it the bump and run, Charles, and she got the call.
Man, you just can't get football out of your system tonight, huh?
Nah, I can't, Charles.
Well,
I can't.
Post-Super Bowl now. You better start
can't say that.
off.
Can't say that, Charles. The big game.
Bowling
I think that's
behind the
malarkey,
arc,
too.
batted away, trying to get it inside to Jasmine.
Give it
10
to
to
her.
shoot now. Mack Over to Bolin. Bolin for three. Missed on the shot. Rebound. Bobbitt. Left side. Left hand put back. Good by Sine.
Charles, positioning. Bobbitt immediately went out to get position after she knew that shot was coming up by Bolin and scores her first 2 points of the game. Correction, her second basket. My bad.
Shots missed, but the put back on the right side, banked by Nairobi Lewis to get her first 2 of the ball game. Across the floor, Tuskegee now. Amac has it far side. And pushes back over to Brittany. Dwayne, you talk about that all-SIAC name team. You certainly have to have Africa and Nairobi Lewis as a part of that team.
No question. I had to look at my paper twice.
Bolin, corner, jumper. Good.
Charles, you used as few words as possible to announce that right there. That basket by Brittany Bolin. Bolin I got her down for 8, Charles. 2 threes and a 2-point basket.
There you go. You're good. Spot on. Half-court set. Floater by Riley. This one's off the mark, but the rebound comes clear to Salters. She'll run it right side and find Glass with the layup.
Charles, she is swift with the basketball. Yeah. Sierra Lynch. She's got a half dozen.
Across the court now, across the mid-stripe. Bobbitt handles. McElroy with it now. 10 to shoot for Tuskegee.
Inside, there it is.
And
yes.
They work the clock perfectly there, Walk. All the way down.
Double digits now for Jasmine. Yeah, 10-pointer. 41-29, 12-point Bulls. Charles, we're approaching 4 minutes to go in this third period of play.
Salters handles, now got it across the floor to Riley. Riley floaters off the mark, but she will be going to the line.
Charles, I got to admit, she's crafty, Charles. Watch this on the replay. The senior got Samaya off balance, took it right to the basket, and drew a foul. That's just, Charles, that's playing in a bunch of ball games as a senior, being a leader, recognize the situation and the temperature of the game.
Big, nice penetration by her right side. Good catch from our production crew. Time out on the floor. 3:58 remains third period. We'll take a look at those standings. You can stay here on those, Eric, if you want. No problem at all. Tuskegee with a 41-29 lead. We were talking about that Eastern Division side of the SIAC. These teams that are vying there to come into the tournament with not having to play first-round action. Savannah State is on a roll. They had a great season a year ago. Fort Valley doing some good things down there, and Clark Atlanta in the third spot on the east side. On the western side, with Tuskegee moving up to third from fourth. Miles trying to get things back on track after their conference undefeated mark was knocked down by the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee right here inside Chappie James. They still sit atop of the West with a 17-4 mark and just 2 conference losses at 13-2.
And Charles, we have a correction on that last scoring play by the Magicians. Credit that basket to number 5, Jade Salters, and not Sierra Lynch.
Yeah.
So both of those players now have 4 points according to my sheet.
Thank you, Walk. Under 4 remaining here in the third period. Tuskegee trying to take its mark to 4 wins in a row. Starting with the win at Spring Hill and Mobile. Defeated Miles here in Chappie James. They defeated Lane just a couple of nights ago on Saturday, and trying to make it 4 in a row here from Chappie James as they close out the home portion of the regular season. They'll do that next Saturday when the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill come to Tuskegee. Salters from the line.
No, Charles, I believe that was Riley. Number 24. 2 made free throws, Charles. In all, she's made 7 free throws so far in this game, Charles. 7. So now she has 48 now on the season.
Half-court set, Tuskegee by 10. 3:41 remains third at the block. Roberts. Alana tried to throw it across the defense and threw it right over to Lynch. Lynch runs up the floor, and McElroy taps it out of bounds. You talk about telegraphing one, Walker. We saw that one from up here.
It's like it was in slow motion as it's developing.
Don't throw the ball.
Let's see if we can get it back on defense with a 10-point lead. 41-31, 3:31 to play in the third.
Salters hard push in the paint. Riley down in the corner now. Layton squaring up on her defensively.
She thinks she has an advantage here, Charles. She's going to try to take her one-on-one.
Pushes back in the corner. Salters back of the iron on her attempt. Rebound, run down by Sine Bobbitt. Tuskegee back the other way. Three-minute mark in the third. Amac squares across the floor to Trinity. Trying to see if Bobbitt can get a cut there inside the paint. They go down to her in the corner instead. She squares for three. Drains a three there for Tuskegee.
Gorgeous look by Sine Bobbitt, wasting no time at all, putting that in the chute, launching it.
Absolutely. Totally
7 of
confident. Entry pass taken away near the mid-stripe. Roberts has it for Tuskegee. Over to Amac. Bounce pass left side. Samaya. Floater inside. And a travel violation.
Good call, Charles. She takes a little Jaminski step. She didn't know if she wanted to shoot that or pass that. And when she went to pass, she took an extra step.
So the basketball over to the Magicians. And out on the floor for them is Stacia Hamilton, the junior from Anderson, Indiana, out on the floor. .228 remains in the third. Men's action to follow here on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Lynch up the floor to Riley. Hard push by her all the way through right side. Missed on the shot, left it short, but a rebound and the putback is good as Cameron Knight, the senior, hits the basket.
Okay, Miss Knight. First points of the night for her. 2 points.
Layton across the floor right side. Trinity to the rack, challenges there, and the shot was off the mark by her right side. Tried to draw a foul there, didn't get a call.
They got numbers.
Riley down in the corner now. Hamilton on the move. Squares for three. Missed on the shot. Rebound.
Charles, if she had followed her own shot, she would have gotten that rebound.
Sure. Good call. Floater. Foul line extended. Abdur-Rahim off the mark.
She got that rebound, though, on the defensive side.
Now here's Riley on the move all the way through. Lead back. Shot rejected there. Good defensive work by Trinity Layton, the freshman. Now to Riley. Steps behind the arc. Fires a three. The long rebound to Roberts and Tuskegee. We're at 1:20 remaining in the third. Tuskegee by 11. Trying to get it to Alana. She's got some space there. Go around the horn instead to Layton. Trinity handles, fires a three-pointer. Missed on the shot. A rebound to Nairobi Lewis.
Under a minute to play now, Charles. Under a minute in this third.
Across the floor, Riley handles. She'll work it inside. Left-hand swoop shot by her. It was down for a second, wouldn't stay. So at 35 seconds now. Shot clock and game clock almost in perfect sequence. Layton surveys.
What are you talking about, Charles?
I don't know. What did I say? Didn't I say the clocks were in sequence?
Yeah, you did.
Second attempt by Bobbitt. Can't get it to fall. So try to play on, and now Sine is down inside the paint. With 8.3 seconds remaining.
Didn't see what happened on that, Charles. All I saw was Sine hitting the deck. We'll get a look at our booster replay. Let's see. She tries to battle in there for the rebound and just gets taken down at an awkward angle, battling for the basketball. Charles, she's going to be helped off the court, Charles. They have her in the corner. They have her in the corner. And
down there in that trainer's area of the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if he's favoring something on the lower portion of her body. I don't see her making contact with the head area, just As we go try to get a shot off before the buzzer, they don't make that shot. And at the end of 3, Tuskegee with a 44-33 lead. But the concern now is on the Tuskegee bench with Sine Bobbitt sitting on the edge of the bench. She got injured there in play just before this period expired.
Chelsea giving her water now. I'm sure a little concussion protocol going on right now as it relates to her possibly hitting her head on the court.
Yeah,
she can talk to about the training staff.
Saw any symptoms of it, Dwayne, coming from off the field of play. And see her really grabbing anything near the head area. They certainly didn't see her walking woozy or anything of that nature. But we will try to get as best a read on this as we can. As we come to the end of the third here, Tuskegee leading it by 11. Back with more on GTSA.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
There you see they're breaking the huddle right there. See Jalissa right there, Charles, in the multicolored outfit there on the end, Charles. See if we can zoom in. She's at the end of the bench right there. She's got a multicolored shirt on. Charles, I decided to challenge this young lady to a free throw shooting contest, Charles, Miss Jalissa. She's the team manager, Charles. She's majoring in
free throw shooting.
Yeah, no. Charles, she shot 10 of 10 against me.
That's what
10 of 10.
You just bring out the best in people, Walker.
I see.
Hamilton got her first field goal of the ball game.
(44-35).
Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Philly King in now, Charles, for the Golden Tigers, along with Jara Jang.
Right side jumper, Abdul Rahim, and her hot streak continues as she knocks down that free throw, or that basket.
46-35 now, 11-point Bulls.
Out front, Lynch fires a three-pointer. That one's off the mark, but a rebound on the inside by Lewis. Back out to Hamilton, down in the quarter, turning with the jumper. That one's good by Gray.
Okay,
her second field goal.
Gray. She's got 4 now, correct?
She does.
2 field goals.
Under 9 remaining. Tuskegee 46. Lady Magicians 37. Abdul Rahim, travel violation. Trying to draw that defense, had the first quick step, too quick with the step before she dribbled.
Aerospace engineering. There it is, aerospace engineering. I was trying to remember what Jalissa, the team manager, was majoring in. That's what it was. Aerospace engineering. That is a major, correct?
Aerospace free throw shooting didn't give you a clue that it was something about aerospace?
Man, she was lining everything up and everything aerodynamically correct. 10 for 10, Charles. Now, you know I don't get beat like that now.
What'd you do?
I pretended like I had an injury.
There you go.
Oh, I got to go. Yeah. Oh, my hamstring. I can't shoot.
It's messing with my arms. Right?
Yeah, I had a hamstring injury in my arm. You're right.
Billy King, foul line extended. Jara in the corner. Back up top to Amac. We're at 8:14 remaining. Tuskegee with a 46-37 lead. Abdul Rahim hit it with a three-pointer. Missed on that one. Sent that ball game into overtime from that spot. And Lane trying the same thing here in this contest.
Oh, it was a heat check, Charles. It definitely was a heat check that game, and she came through. Speaking of heat check, Charles, look at the heat check chart. Charles, you're better explaining it than I am. Go ahead and explain that, Charles.
Oh, yeah. Put the hard work on me.
Yeah,
right?
There you go.
Got to get to decipher which team is which on the screen here. Not able to see that, Eric. Where are we? Is Tuskegee on the right or left? If you look at that heat chart on the right-hand side, you can see the square boxes with the number of the player that took the shot from that position on the floor. The number that's in crimson with the player's number on it is a made field goal. And that gives you an idea about where they are on the floor with most of their shots. Tuskegee across the perimeter inside the paint as well, as they lead at 46-39. Back on the floor, Nairobi Lewis just scored for the Lady Magicians with 7:37 remaining. And Tuskegee's lead is now 46-39. We'll charge here by the Magicians walk last couple of minutes.
Yes, making this Tuskegee lead disappear.
Lynch with the basketball. They can cut it to 5 with a basket here. Half-court set, 10 to shoot for the Magicians. This is Gray with the basketball. Amack guarding her. Gray tried to go underneath the defense and missed on the shot. Michaela came away with the rebound for Tuskegee. She'll run it right into that corner. And almost into that trap situation, but got it free to Bolin out front.
Sierra Lynch is trying to set her up.
Amack fires a bomb from out front. That one top of the cylinder, so over to LeMoyne.
Charles, I like the way LeMoyne-Owen played that. Malik was dribbling the ball down the near side of the court along the sideline, and Lynch was going to try to backdoor her on the double team. They must have been looking at some tape from last game.
Go ahead. Lynch slides the paint right side. Floater to the rack, and that's good. Sierra Lynch, the team's leading shooter. Got a roller inside to cut the lead to 46-41. Roberts out top to Amack. Entry pass, Jasmine right side. Jasmine squaring to the rack now on Lewis. Hard push, and Lewis got a block at the baseline, but Jasmine runs down the loose basketball. Floater inside, missed on that one. Roberts got that rebound, but she stands on the inbound line, and the basketball over to the Lady Magicians.
Good defensive sequence by the LeMoyne-Owen Magicians, making it difficult on Jasmine Manuel to get a shot attempt. Then you look at head coach Deontay Wester on the corner of our screen, having a word with Miss Dumas. There you see the two on your screen.
Likely just walking her to Tuskegee. Lynch, right side, lost the dribble this time. On the lead,
travel.
Gray has it. Now Lewis, jumper in the corner. That one rims around off the mark, but another rebound. They get another look. Riley for 3, missed on her shot. And now they tie it up down low. Gray and Malik tie it up, and the arrow keeps it with LeMoyne.
Charles
Westbrook trying to get some rebounding power in there now. Sine back out on the floor, which is a good sign to see her back after getting that injury at the end of the third period. Tuskegee's lead down
Charles,
to 5.
I was going to say perhaps the possession arrow was not changed because it looks like they're rewarding the basketball to Tuskegee, so evidently it was not flipped one time. And so they're going to make the correction. Okay, now they're going to switch it back. Because if you look at the scoreboard says that the possession arrow is pointed towards LeMoyne-Owen. And once the ball is inbounded, the scorekeeper will then reverse the arrow and point it. So like he's already pointed it towards Tuskegee. But really, technically, you should kind of wait until the ball is actually inbounded to keep it in track, because you never know what could happen down here.
Entry pass, shot on the inside is off the mark. Rebound at the block. Bolin had it. It was tapped out of bounds, and it'll go over to Tuskegee. Trying to come away with that basketball was Nairobi Lewis. You talk about it, Dwayne, and see that arrow you're referencing?
Yes, the arrow that looks like a less than or more than sign underneath the 46, underneath the 4 right there. So the next alternating possession will go towards the Tuskegee Golden Tigers. Thank you, Eric.
Set now. McElroy lost her dribble. Over to Bobbitt. Bobbitt pushes across the floor. Michaela for 3. Rainbow missed on that shot. A high rebound comes clear to Riley and the Magicians.
Charles, she looked like another 11 we'll see in the men's game coming up. DeAnthony Pennington. Maybe she's taking a page out of his book.
On the penetration, Riley again. She's taking a page out of her own book on that penetration. Got a lay in, and he cuts the lead to 46-43.
Call it the Book of Riley.
Timeout taken by Coach Westerwalk. Got to be concerned about these last couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah. Riley, Charles, she has a barrage of free throws as well as baskets. I've got her down for 13 points, Charles. 3 2-point baskets and 7, count them, 7 free throws.
Riley coming in at 6.8 points per ball game, leads the team in assists with 2.6. Only had 2 points the last time they played up at LeMoyne, but she's coming off a 15-point performance in the Lady Magician win over the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. So as the season's unfolding for every team within the conference, players starting to really shine. Trying to be in as tip-top playing form as they can be as you start thinking about that SIAC tournament in Savannah starting March 3rd.
And Charles, it'll be new territory for head coach Keontae Weston, who took over this program this season, her very first year. Charles, how difficult do you think it was in the transition it's been for Coach Keontae Weston? I think she's handled it quite nicely. Indeed,
yeah. She basically told the team when they met for the first time that last year was last year, and this is our time now to really set our own standard. I think we talked about it early on in the season, and she'd gotten all the player reports from Coach Powell, who had departed in their first session. She just tossed all that in the trash can and said, we're starting everything over. Playing time earned instead of getting in just by legacy.
No. Now, Charles, right there on that play, we talked about how the Golden Tigers have to keep the ball out of that hot spot there, which is located near their bench, because teams have obviously looked at film and they're going to try to double down in that situation, so you've got to avoid that space.
Boland pushes out front to Bobbitt on the entry pass. Jasmine calling for the basketball at the block. Now she'll come out and set a screen. Boland across the floor. Bobbitt for three. Got it. No ill effects of that injury early on. Bobbitt back on target.
Man, Bobbitt's got no hesitation in that release. She's putting it up there and out there. She's got 10 double digits. And they're going to have a reset of the shot clock, Charles. It says 14 seconds. Obviously, it starts at 30, and 16 seconds had not elapsed. So they'll make an adjustment. They'll carve 5 seconds off and put 25 up on that thing, and we'll get it restarted here.
Jaya Hedgepeth out on the floor now for Coach Partee as they inbound the basketball to Madison Riley. Riley with 10. Lead behind for Lynch.
She'll try to go baseline here, Charles.
Went a little early there, Walk. They got her for the travel.
Yeah, you can see her setting it up. She's trying to ask him for space, having her offensive player to clear out there so she could try to go along the left baseline.
4:09 remains. Good to look at the timeouts remaining. Tuskegee with 3, the Magicians with 2 remaining. Those may be important as we come down the stretch here.
Charles, I don't know about you, but it just seems whenever the Golden Tigers are playing, and even if they're in a tight ball game or if they're behind, you just have ultimate confidence that they're going to get it done. There's like no sense of like panic or no sense of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Now the possession arrow should be Tuskegee ball right here. We should not be walking back the other way. It should be our ball. Remember, we talked about that before when Eric Tabor showed us the scoreboard. Remember how the arrow was pointing back towards Tuskegee. So on this alternating possession situation, it should be our ball. But there is, Charles, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Look at the top of your screen. See that number 2 on the shot clock? That's how many seconds we have to get the shot off.
Now they put it back up to 20, though, Walker.
Yeah, reset.
Yeah, entry pass, Jasmine. She's fouled, she'll go to the line.
Now, I'll tell you an interesting dynamic. Because the shot clock said 2 seconds on it, the Golden Tigers thought they only had 2 seconds. And then after the ball was handed, they put 20 on the clock as a reset. Nonetheless, a fantastic inbound play to try to score.
Sure. That one likely designed with limited time on the shot clock.
Yes.
It went right inside to Jasmine.
And again, Charles, you can't play it down, Charles. We have a very good free throw shooter at the line. She's 4 of 5 tonight, and that's 80%, which is right around her average.
Got the second of 2 there.
Let's get precise on that, Charles. What is she averaging coming in? 76% from the line.
Riley across the floor now. Dangerous pass, but got it over to Lynch. Now they get it over to Salters. Malik guarding Riley now on the move underneath the defense. Shot there by Hedgepeth that's off the mark. 3:17 remains. And now they got to set the shot clock again. Added at 4 after the transition of the basketball to Tuskegee. I know we're in warp speed this day and age, but not that quick. Raheem inbounds it to Boland.
Got to watch the double team here. Okay.
Ricky fires a 3, confidently knocks down the triple.
Okay, you could just tell that was going to fall, Charles. No one challenged her. She was like, let me pull this Jimmy right here.
Sure. Obviously seen something on a couple of breaks she'd had before off of the screen that they were not going to pick her up. Shot down low is missed by Lynch, but the rebound to Lewis. She missed on the inside. And how about that screen out there by Jasmine Manuel down at the block?
Oh,
boy, that was textbook the way she got Lewis blocked out of there.
Work on the offensive side as well as the defensive side. Illegal pick there, Charles. She was a little slow on the footwork there. I'm trying to set that pick and getting away with it.
Sure. You go back and do a great job on the defensive end. You give it right back on the offensive.
You've got to turn around and see the ball, Charles.
2:30 remains. Riley challenging Malik across the floor. Lynch fires a 3, rattled, and she missed. Rebound at the block. Bobbitt got it, trying to get it over to Samaya. Traffic in the corner, but Samaya handles coming across the timeline now. Whistles as Riley bumps her out front.
All right. And Charles, now we'll have the game within the game. It's going to be the 3rd team foul of this quarter. So to get to the bonus, it's going to take 2 more fouls. And if you're LeMoyne-Owen, you're going to look to foul here to try to force Tuskegee to go to the free throw line. But before that, looks like we have a timeout on the floor with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play, with Tuskegee leading it by 10. Why don't we take a quick timeout? You're watching Golden Tigers basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Drayton Florence, 2023 SIAC Hall of Fame inductee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University, one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
Jarvis Jester with the basketball, headed to give it over to Samaya Abdur-Rahim to get us started here. 2:13 remains in this basketball game.
Jester's got to be the hardest working official in the business. I see this guy everywhere.
He sure is. Tuskegee by 10. Bobbitt with the free throw. The field goal attempt. Missed that one, but Abdur-Rahim got a rebound, and she can't close it there right side. That's normally money for her. Riley pushes. Lead behind the arc. 3-point attempt. That one barely creased the rim by Salters.
Riley's hurt, Charles. She went down in a heap underneath the basket, so they're going to attend to her. May have been well, I don't want to speculate. Let's wait and see.
Second time she's been down in the game, though, Walker.
Yeah.
She was injured early on.
So she has been a real trooper. As you mentioned, Charles, she's a senior, one of the more dynamic players for this LeMoyne-Owen Magicians Ball Club. She's a head seat ball player. Just a 5'5" senior. And Charles, she went to Mill Creek High School, a school that's known for its football prowess in Buford, Georgia, as we get a look at her down on the ground, as both the medical staffs take a look at her, which is what you want to see.
She was on a penetration there and came away from that injured down at the side of the cylinder. As you take a look at maybe get a look at what happened to her on that penetration. A minute 45 left in the contest. Now she's able to come up off the floor with the help of both trainers.
Good job by our AI cameraman.
So players back out on the floor. Riley to the end of the bench for the Lady Magicians. Tuskegee will have the basketball. Malik to inbound it, but they'll face full court pressure by the Lady Magicians.
8 seconds, Charles, to get it over. They've got to recognize that, not a full 10. They've got 4 seconds to get it over. 3, 2, 1. It's a traveling violation. Charles, you can kind of see where that's going to be an issue. There was only 8 seconds left to get it over, and you got to be aware of that.
Madison Riley at the end of the bench for the Lady Magicians. Perhaps taking a look at how she got injured on a replay. I think we've got it right. We'll try to get that to you if we can. The left side floater inside the paint is off the mark. Tuskegee back the other way now.
Now you want to burn clock here, Charles Ward. Just burn clock. We don't need to score. You just want to have a possession and a shot under 5 seconds on the shot clock. You want to burn as much time off the clock as possible.
Boland on a weave to Malik. She'll take a jumper out front. Ill-advised.
Yeah, don't need to score, Charles. Time is of the essence right now.
Back the other way. Lady Magicians with the basketball. Half-court set. Lynch, right side, bounce at the block. Hamilton back to Lynch. They gave up on an early shot. Hedgesmith instead out front rings up a 3 for the Magicians.
See, you want to limit the amount of possessions that LeMoyne-Owen can take by draining the clock as much as you can.
Raheem tied up out front over to Bobbitt. Sine going all the way through, trying to reverse lay in the right side.
Thank goodness there was a foul call on there, Charles, because, again, if you're Tuskegee, you don't need to shoot. You don't need to score. You need to burn time off of the clock.
Yeah, you just have to have some concern about that as the season elapses, that you're going to have to burn this time like you were talking about.
As we see Riley, Charles, on the instant replay, watch how she falls to the ground, just a little off balance. She may have stepped on Jazz Emanuel's foot as she crashes down to the ground. Watch right, let's see, right. She passes the basketball. Watch the pass and see, watch her left foot or right foot. See it bangs right there into Jasmine Sullivan. Or not Jasmine Sullivan, that's the singer, Jasmine Emanuel. So I knew I was going to do that at some point this season.
Well, you got it out of the way. So she likely not back into this basketball game after we took a look at that. As the attempted shot is off the mark, and Tuskegee with just 25 seconds remaining.
Here comes the trap. You want to stay out of there.
Boland out front.
Yeah. You just want to dribble the ball out here, Charles. If you're the Tuskegee Golden Tigers, just dribble it out. No shots, nothing.
About a second differential between the game and the shot clock. And now they're in perfect sequence again, 7.7.
Yeah, they wanted to get Jasmine Emanuel out of the game. She came up limp down on the other end of the floor. No sense risking any further injury. So just get her out of the game.
So Tuskegee on its way to its 4th win in a row. Second defeat of the Magicians during the course of this season. As Samaya dribbles out the time, far side of the floor, and Tuskegee, business-like fashion, to win it here, 55-46 over the Lady Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College. Tuskegee pushing its season mark now to 14-6, and an 11-5 conference mark for the team that moved up from 4th to 3rd to start tonight's action. And all the signs are good for Tuskegee as we near the end of the regular season. 2 more ball games left, one here on Saturday against the Badgers of Spring Hill, both men and women. Then on the road for 2 in Ohio and Kentucky to close things out. As we take a look at numbers from this basketball game to close this one out. Tuskegee from the free throws, 9 of 12 from the charity stripe at 75%. LeMoyne, 11 of 14 from the free throw line. On the floor, Tuskegee at 36% overall, 20 of 55 shooting. Magicians just 17 made baskets on 66 shooting attempts. 3-point arc, Tuskegee 6 3-point field goals in the ball game compared to just 1 for the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen. Rebounding edge decidedly in favor of Tuskegee over the Lady Magicians. And an assist column where Tuskegee wants to be. They have 15 assists in this ball game, to a point that you talked about early on, Walker, that they appear to be distributing and sharing that basketball a significant amount in the first half. They finished with 15 assists in the ball game. 18 turnovers. They like to keep that number south of that, but they win this one with 18 turnovers on the floor and 9 points for Tuskegee on the fast break effort, compared to 8 for the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College.
Look at that story, Charles, on the rebounds. That's what jumps out to me. 36 total rebounds, 36 to 28, sharing the basketball. 15 assists, Charles. That might be a season high. I can't recall a 15 assist performance so far this year. How about you?
No, cannot, for sure.
Fast break points, advantage 9-8. Turnovers, still, Charles, still too many turnovers. As you near tournament time, you got to try to clean that up as best as possible. But as we always say, Charles, the only two numbers that matter at the end of the day is the 55 on the Tuskegee side and the 46 on the LeMoyne-Owen side.
And that means Tuskegee is at 11-5 in conference play, 14-6 overall. Magicians drop to 11-12 and fall to 7-10 in SIAC play. We'll take a break here. Once we come back, we'll get our sights set on men. Action here from Chappie James, Golden Tigers, and the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College just ahead on the Golden Tigers. What's up?